again. This time we are going to focus on Unit 2. There you will see the flu. So please download the handout. So when we look at the handout, you will see it's related to public health issue. Please also keep in mind that speaking 3 topics and listening 3 topics are parallel to each other. So today we are listening a lecture about the flu. So there is a doctor and she's talking about school health clinic from there, and she's talking about the flu. We need to put the ideas into the order, and later we need to answer the questions with the same lecture. And we have another video, and again you need to put the events in order. Okay, let's look at some words. So we have immune system. What is that? Okay, what's that? You need to know that. You always have your dictionaries and you can quickly check it when you hear. Or in the break, I don't know. And later we have when the flu occurs, and we have vaccination. And how many people die from the flu, and no laws enforce mandatory vaccinations. And every year, new types of flu viruses spread around the world. So these are the sentences from the lecture, and you need to put it in order. And later you will answer the questions. How is the organization of the lecture? Again, you need to write the main topic and the parts. First, second, and next, or finally, you need to hear them. And what is the flu virus? How is it transmitted? And definition, you need definition. And what are antibodies? And how long does it take for a healthy immune system to dispose all flu viruses? And what happens if you are vaccinated for the flu? And briefly explain what herd immunity is. What does the lecturer think about vaccinations? Here are the questions. And when we come to the second lecture, again, you need to look at the sentences and follow the text audio carefully. So please listen and check your answers with the next video. This is the video for the answers of the flu audio lecture, and we start. When we look at part 1, you will see this task. You need to understand the lecture and put the ideas in order. So here, the flu usually occurs during the fall and winter months. So where is that? It's related to season, right? And here. So we say it's the first one. And what is the second one? Every year, new types of flu viruses spread around the world. So it's here. First, let's do it like this. And thirdly, but and although. So this is not always true, even if you have immunity against that. New viruses can be dangerous for you. So it's here, right? Now. And here, although you are immune to all types of flu, you may not be immune to new flu virus. So maybe you can find some synonyms or some similar expressions to give the idea. So you should understand it clearly. And the fourth one, nearly 500,000 people. Already, if you hear the number, it's easy to find. And the fifth one, flu vaccinations. Yeah, here you can see some information about vaccination. And sixth one, no laws enforce mandatory vaccinations. So here, it's already, we have our university health clinic. There are also, if we hear also, it means it is our university health clinic is already providing vaccinations. And the last one, there are no laws, blah, blah. Okay, so when you listen, you need to first read all the sentences carefully. And when you hear the audio, you will understand which one is the first and second, okay? Try not to miss a sentence idea, otherwise it will be very difficult to order them. And when we look at that, so how is the organization of the lecture? If you remember, in unit 1, we had a similar question, and again, we were writing main topic and how it is shaped. And look at that. So first, but before that, yeah, remember lecture language. I'm going to discuss what? How we can prevent the flu virus. Yeah, that's it. This is the topic. You don't need to write this one. And when we come to part 1, first you hear some questions. This is for motivation, actually creating some interest in audience's mind. To provide that, she asks some questions, and later you see, first I'm going to discuss, this is again lecture language, so what the flu is, definition, right? What the flu is. And then I'm going to show what, how our bodies fight it. This is the second one. And the last one, I'm going to explain how we can prevent the flu. Yes? And what is the flu virus and how is it transmitted? So while listening, you will already hear that what is the flu virus, because you already know the organization. First, you will hear about the definition, so be ready to answer the first question. And what is the flu virus? It's a disease that causes pain, blah, 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 blah. You need to quickly, you need to write it quickly, right? And it's a disease that causes pain, weakness, fever, so blah, blah. But if you can't catch all of them, at least you can write 1 or 2. It can also help you. And how it is transmitted, it's often transmitted by coughing or direct contact, and it is here. What are antibodies? And when you come there, you directly see this one. if you get the flu, your body creates memory cells called antibodies. When you hear that, cells, cells, what was the first word? In the second listening, you will complete it if you couldn't. So, memory cells created by your body. And how long does it actually memory cell means your body remembers the disease? And how long does it take for a healthy immune system to dispose of flu viruses? And again, if you hear how long, how many days, you are waiting for a time, right? A number, and there an amount in a few days. So you don't need to write this part. You can just write in a few days, right? And maybe you can also add healthy immune system, or normally for normal people, for healthy system. And what happens if you are vaccinated for the flu? So what happens when you are vaccinated for the flu? Yeah. If or when, say, the vaccination induces the creation of new antibodies. Maybe you need some more explanations, and you can put that. These antibodies fight the flu virus. And what the herd immunity, you will hear that. Another important part of prevention is that. What is that? So be careful, you will hear the answer. So most of the people in an area are immune to a virus. And what does the lecturer think about vaccinations? Here you will see, in conclusion, you give some recommendations, and please be ready for that. And we have it's here. That's why I encourage all of you to get vaccinated. So explanation first, benefits of vaccinations, or you could hear some disadvantages, but here she defenses the benefits of vaccination. That's why she encourages people to get vaccinated, and also recommend that. And in the next video, again, we have a similar task. In the first one, as you see, we try to understand the structure. So Y-shaped antibodies are released, you get a sore throat. So this is the step of the flu, right? Process of the flu in a body. And you get a snotty nose, but the temperature goes up, you start to feel better. So if you carefully listen, and if you check it from the tape script, you will see that the order, body temperature goes up first, you get a snotty nose, you get a sore throat, Y-shaped antibodies are released, and you start to feel better in the end. That's it. So please check your answers.